God bless America, bless our president, and pray and have faith in God, and America will prevail.
Welcome to RLF NorCal. There is no doubt California is a place of diversity, a state with many people and many cultures living together. But the variety of our home doesn't end there. From the cool mountains and the wild forests to the warm sandy beaches and asphalt jungles, we have it all. Unfortunately, within the good always lies the bad, and Cali has its fair share. Which brings me to my simple question. How does Northern California feel about the rest of California? What is it that NorCal loves and hates about their home state? Today I'm in Redding of Shasta County to ask a few people their opinions. Let's hear what some had to say.
Well, I grew up in San Francisco, but moved to the Valley, Central Valley, in 1975, so 35 years.
35 years.
I've been here like 20 years.
Since January. I lived in from San Jose to here since 1967.
Almost my whole life.
I love the outdoors. There's so many opportunities to enjoy nature. The community is amazing.
Pretty much the weather and the work is pretty nice out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work up here too if you do construction, you want to work.
I had a work opportunity.
Most likely the outdoors, despite all the fires that have been happening lately. This is a great place to live, and the beauty up here is unsurpassed. I don't think people realize it.
But, the weather always has been a really good quality of life. Until recently, see all the smoke and things that we're dealing with right now.
And the attractions and like the scenery.
Just the energy of Northern California and how people feel about each other, generally speaking. The commitment to the environment. A lot of things like that. The diversity of California. I think that I know in my travels, what I always find when I say, people will say, well, where are you from? And, I'm not good with geography either, but as soon as I say Northern California, people think I'm from the Bay Area. So I actually, especially when I've done international travel, I have pictures of Northern California, postcards and whatnot, and I show those to people. And I tell them, there is, life beyond the Bay Area.
The scenery, I like the ocean, I like all the lakes, and the people,
The weather. I'm a West Coast guy, and I'm born in Anaheim. So I'm a Californian, but I've lived in Oregon for 25 years. Redding, to me, or at least NorCal, feels a lot like Southern Oregon, and has a lot of the same values that I feel that's a lot different from maybe Southern California. But I like the diversity, and then obviously the weather's amazing.
We've got Lassen Park, which I think is just a jewel, sort of an unknown version of Yosemite that nobody goes to. And so when I go up there, you can go up there in the summertime and get 30 degrees cooler, and in the wintertime it's a great place to enjoy the snow.
The weather's good. You see around here when the hiking and outdoor stuff, fishing.
The fires.
I have to say the fires right now. DMV.
I love the cities. I enjoy going to Southern California. It's not that I don't like all of California. Sierra Nevadas, there's so much. But it is amazing how many people are not aware that there is this whole other part of the state. It's a real concern about the environment and what's gone on. I certainly have lived long enough to see a change in climate, and it upsets me. I think most Californians are very aware that something's going on, that it's not normal, that this is not just a little something that we're going through.
California is like overreacting over the mainstream media trying to manipulate everybody by trying to throw their narrative out there to say that there's something more deadlier than it really is.
Probably overpopulation, overtaxation, I'm not sure if our money is really being spent wisely.
It's just that I, dislike the idea that people have this other perception. I won't get too political.
People that are running California, that's a problem. Just find out the truth. Go look. I mean, you can find out. I wouldn't listen to the people that are telling you what they're telling you. You basically asked me about California and how I feel about things. We've got issues. I mean, look at I'm telling you, there's some nutty people. Look at Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein. And not only are they nutty, you can be nutty and be an okay person, but when you're a total hypocrite and a liar, it's another matter, And I think that they're going to find out that there's a lot of people like me that are getting fed up with it. Peaceful people that aren't looking for trouble, but shy away from it if it comes our way. So, I would say in Redding, we don't even have any problems with the Antifa thing that I know of. I've got friends just recently joined the militia. That's a personal thing. Like I told you, I don't join anything, but I do stand up for right and wrong. Always.
I don't want to say Newsom, but just the California politics. I mean, I'm coming from Oregon, where we've got Kate Brown and a lot of the same kind of polarizing ideologies of how we should be running the government.
Our infrastructure, our freeway systems, all of those things, we have let go of that. I realize money is a big factor, but it seems to me if we could get a plan and start working on some of that, it would create jobs and could also create an opportunity for us to have, better transportation systems, definitely some mass transit situations, all of that could really be improved.
That's my biggest concern about California right now is we need to reopen and we need to educate the public on what's what.
I think would be a change in attitude towards climate change. I think a lot of people in the North State that I know don't believe in climate change. I think it's right here, right around us, and it's so obvious, and yet people don't acknowledge that. And I think that's something I think should change as soon as possible. Whether it be electric cars, the whole forest management thing. Yes, I think forest management does play a part, but I think since I've lived here, these last 10 or 15 summers here have been some of the hardest I've ever gone through. And so there's no doubt that the climate is changing. So it would be climate change. I think people should acknowledge that, especially in the North State.
Probably the Forestry Service, taking and maintaining everything around. Probably they could do better because we probably wouldn't have as much fire too.
Everybody knows right and wrong. Virtually everybody knows right and wrong. Act on it. And everybody, all people want pretty much the same thing. Have a good family life, enough money to do a reasonable amount of things, no stress. I'm just hoping people can act responsibly. And, we have rules, and they're there for a reason, or we change them the right way. And if not, you abide by them. If they're reasonable. I don't wear a mask. I refuse to wear a mask. I haven't worn a mask anywhere. Nobody's really done anything about it. I've had no problems. So, but anybody who wants to, I believe they have a right to wear one. So, you basically asked me about California and how I feel about things. We've got issues.
I'm a big fan of the state of Jefferson. Being a Southern California native and having family down there, it's such a difference between the two. I look at how much I have to pay in taxes, knowing that I'm paying, for those big counties, the Orange County, the LA County, the Riverside County, the San Diego County, San Diego, all of that stuff. It's a little disheartening when I live in a town of 90,000 people and I'm surrounded by nature, but yet I'm paying a lot of taxes.
These were a few that had something to say on a simple topic, how they felt about Cali. With more cities and towns across NorCal, there is no doubt that others want to be heard. I will be bringing more questions with more opportunities to give any a chance to have their say. Thank you for checking out this vid, and hope you will join me for the next one. This is RLF NorCal. All people, all opinions.
Hey! The other thing about California is a lot of family connection, which is beautiful.